All right, everybody in the chat space, go ahead and put your city and state in the chat. You guys have already started, so let me go ahead and put y'all up on the screen. We've got Maryland here. Hello, Jopa, Maryland. I have never, is it Joppa, Dorothy? I've never heard of Joppa, Maryland. This is a new one. Do they got crabs over there too? Because I want me some crabs. Some blue crabs. Atlanta's in the house. What's going on, Louisiana? How you doing? Kennesaw, Georgia. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Montclair, New Jersey. Let's see. New Jersey is in the house. Hello, Dallas, Texas. What's going on? Montgomery, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, Atlanta. Hello, hello. ATL is in the house. Atlanta. Hello. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We see you guys, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Listen, we're about to get this show started. So happy to have each and every one of you here. This is day 10 of New Year, New You. Let's get into it. Yes. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Taria Vision Avant here. And this is day number 10 of New Year, New You. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. Can y'all hear me okay? If y'all can hear me okay, just let me know in the chat space. Y'all, we've been going strong for 9 days. This is now making day number 10. Day number 10. And I just want to know in the chat, if you are an A1 day one, that means you have been and you've seen all of the previous 9 days, whether you watched it live or the replay. I want you to put day one in the chat. If you've been here or you have watched all of the previous, I want you to go ahead and put day one in the chat. Let me see, who do we have here? Put day one in the chat. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Day one in the chat. If you are a day oneer in the chat, go ahead and put that in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. Oh, yes, baby. We got a lot of day ones here. Crystal's in the house. Crystal, two Crystals. Crystals, by the way. Crystal Redding won the $100. Yes, she did win the $100. Okay, y'all, I'm telling you, we really do what we say we're gonna do. It's not a game. It's not a game. So somebody's going to be winning $1,000. Somebody's going to be winning a flat screen TV. Somebody's going to be winning one of these beautiful microphones. This is actually the newest edition. I got new mic. I don't know if y'all can tell. So where did I put the old mic at? The old mic, child. I didn't have it. Where is that? Here it is. Y'all, this was the old mic. I've had this mic for Yvette. I have had this mic for, I don't know how long I've had this mic. At least 5 years. 4 or 5, maybe 4 years, 5 years. It's been taking a beating. Y'all see? Hold on, it's got a little couple dents in it. And then this right here, this housing unit that holds the microphone, mine broke the other day. And as you can see, like, it connects to all of this and it broke. So I said, you know what? They got a new one out. It's time to upgrade. So I went ahead and upgraded the mic, but somebody else is going to win one of these beautiful mics. I know y'all love the mic. We're going to be giving away tablets. It's all types of stuff. So all of my day ones, shout out to you. If you are just joining us, don't worry. You can get caught up too. Okay. Don't even worry. And do we have anybody that's joining us from overseas? Any of my international players? We just got back from Ghana. So do we have any of our Ghanaian, Ghanaian, now to get back to the States, I can't even say it. Ghanaian. That's it, right? My Ghana family, my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. Do we have any of you guys on? It is quite late over there, so I can understand if maybe they're watching the replay. Do we have anybody in Dubai? We have an event coming up in Dubai in May, and so just a lot of stuff going on, y'all. Listen, and we are looking For everybody that is watching this, if you're watching the live or the replay, listen, we're looking for all types of people to be a part of what it is that we're doing. Also, if you are watching from YouTube, all of my folks watching on YouTube, if you could give this video a thumbs up. So don't actually type in the comment space a thumbs up. Sometimes people will just type a comment of a thumbs up, but like click on the thumbs up button, and then also, of course, continue to drop those comments. Well, look, I am excited. Today we have another one of our amazing speakers that's going to be speaking on today. Let me introduce you guys to Tesuan Smith. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So Tesuan is an incredible young lady, just doing some tremendous things right now. She is a native of South Carolina. So shout out to all of my SC folks in the building. She is a mother of one. I've had the opportunity to meet her amazing son. She is also an author of a urban fiction novel called Bear It All, which delves into a woman's transformative journey into motherhood. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have before you all Tesuan, who's going to be talking about grace and hustle. Y'all, let's go ahead and give it up for Tesuan. Let's bring her on the screen.
Happy New Year, BPC family and prospective members. My name is Tesuan Smith. I am an author and a new member of BPC, and I'm excited to join you tonight with the New Year, New You virtual conference. My topic will be grace and hustle. So grace and hustle is what you will need in order to be successful in your entrepreneurship journey, whether you are going to be a public speaker, or whether you're going to be a coach, or whether you are a new author, first-time author. Because the reason why you need grace and hustle is because you need the technique behind the skill set, and you need the determination to see it through. Grace. Let's define it. Grace is simple elegance or refinement of movement. What I learned after joining BPC was that to be a successful author or a public speaker and coach, you have to have a solid strategy on how you're going to attain your goals. Tori lays it out perfectly. As soon as you're in your onboarding, you know what the key points and what you are to do in order to be successful, in order to hit your marks. Excuse me, I am battling a cold, and a cold's trying to battle me. So I do apologize, but bear with me. So refinement of movement. And as soon as I joined BPC, it was a collective group of people who had the same goal, to be successful in their entrepreneurship journey. Whatever their niche was, whatever their focus group was, it did not matter, because we came together as a collective in order to be successful, to use resources, and to also support each other, which is something that I'm highly proud of and excited about being a part of with BPC. Now, when you think about grace, I often first think about ballet or ice skating. And if you think about the amount of time that they had to put in to perfect those movements and techniques, I mean, they had to fall a couple of times, right? And so when you're wandering aimlessly trying to meet your goal without your strategy, you're going to fail. And you're not going to know where you're messing up in your technique. You're just going to keep trying to hit a mark without the refinement of movement. I myself have a personal history of dance. I used to dance ballet back when I was a little girl. In middle school and high school, I was a part of a Christian dance company. And I remember the senior dancer, Kelsey, was just so beautiful on stage. I remember before I joined, I would watch her, a lot like how I did Taria. I watched her perform and how she executed and how it seemed like everything came effortless for her. So after joining, I told Kelsey, I said, Kelsey, you dance so beautifully. I just want to dance like you. And of course, she said, well, it takes a lot of hard work, practice, and dedication. But she assured me that she had confidence that I would be able to be just as good and possibly surpass her. Very kind, excuse me, kind-hearted young lady, still to this day. Hi, Kelsey. Please excuse me. Again, battling a cold. It's going to fight me back the entire time. But I began to watch Kelsey from behind the scenes and see how much went into actually perfecting techniques in ballet. I saw how many times she would go back and run the drill over and over and over again, learn new stretches that would increase her mobility. And I applied that same concept to this day. Learning in BPC, watching Taria, watching my fellow peers practice the outline, the strategy behind success in BPC, and knowing that you have to give yourself time to pace yourself, to learn the strategy and apply it, to learn the systems and apply that knowledge and use the tools that are at your disposal. And of course, being a new member, it can all be kind of daunting because you're really immersed in all things BPC. But the support that you get within this wonderful organization is just second to none. I mean, honestly, I struggle with trying to find a word there, but it's literally second to none. But going back to Grace and Hustle. So I remember following Taria initially and thinking, oh my gosh, she's so passionate. I love the way she speaks. I love how she does things. Like, her content is so on point. I'm just, inspired by Taria. And I hadn't published a book. I participated in her 5K and 5-day challenge, which was completely awesome for me. I've talked about it in the pop-up workshops last fall. And within the 5K and 5-day challenge, I didn't get to the 5K, but participating in the challenge helped me to build my confidence in my goal of writing and publishing my first book, in which I did just last year. 2024, I published my first novel, Bear It All. So it was a very proud moment because after completing the 5K and 5-day challenge, I had enough to get me through all of the steps of getting my first copy of my book, my proof of my book. So it took determination because I had never, attempted to write a book before. I didn't know all the steps to take, but Taria gave an outline and a blueprint that is still valid to this day. Even with my second and my third book, I'll still be able to apply the 5K and 5-day strategy in order to be successful, even more so than what I did the first time around with Bear It All. So when we say hustle, we think of, get it real quick. Excuse me. But for me, hustle means to be determined in that walk. Being an entrepreneur, it's not an overnight success, okay? You're not going to, maybe you can, but most people don't reach their first couple of thousand or million or couple of million in 1 to 2 weeks. Not unless you really have a banging product and already an audience waiting for you to release. But you have to be able to find peace with every step that you take towards your goal. I didn't publish my book in 2 weeks or 2 months. it actually took me all of 2024 to get it just right so that I could publish it. But within that, I was still doing the work, still doing the research, still gaining confidence and knowledge about the market that I was about to immerse myself in. And I think that oftentimes today, people want the microwave success where it just happens overnight, and that's just not reality. It just doesn't happen that way. I had the pleasure of going back and looking at my documented journey. Of course, along the way, we have social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I have a YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, I was documenting my journey of motherhood because that's where I was at that time. I had set aside, writing my book to focus on being a mom and learning that and being fully immersed in that role. So that way nothing could interfere with the bond between me and my son. That was literally just the gist of it. I wanted to have that solid foundation there first, so that way I could build upon that while also building my business and building my brand. And in that time, I blogged about postpartum. I blogged about, how I was feeling and, seeing the vision and wanting to make it come to life and, just being tenacious, but also leaving behind stepping stones for me to turn around and look at and say, wow, I did that. Wow, look where I was last year and look where I am today. So I want to encourage you at the start of the year to understand that with each step and each phase, you learn a new skill. You become a new person because the person that you once were didn't know that skill before. But the person that you are becoming or in the midst of becoming is learning it, adapting it, and applying those skills. And sometimes when we're met with resistance of sort, it can be daunting. It can be difficult. And sometimes you may even be dismayed about, reaching your goal, or maybe you feel like your dream is too big and you don't know how to get to the other side of that. You have to give yourself grace, just as God gave us, just as the Creator gave us. Extend yourself that grace because you're going to need it. Of course, we're going to have triumphs and we're going to have setbacks this year. That's just the ebb and flow of life. But I want to encourage you to be steadfast and stay steadfast in your goal and in your purpose, because there's a whole audience out there that is waiting for you, patiently waiting for you, but waiting for you. In my first novel, I wrote about a young woman's journey to motherhood. And her journey to motherhood is not necessarily the cookie cutter. She gets married, they go off and they have children. That's not the case for this young lady. She has some growing pains. And the growing pains that young lady faced as a single woman who is now found out to have a child and faced with decisions that she would have to make to decide whether to keep or to not keep her child. And ultimately what that looks like for young women of today. We know our stories are not our mother's stories or our grandmother's stories. As the time changes, so does the situation, and so does the solutions behind success. I've had several women reach out to me to tell me that their journeys are quite similar to the character in my novel. That in reading that book, they found strength and they saw themselves. That they felt as though they had a glimpse of hope in the unknown that they have yet to find or to experience. And for me as an author, that's very it's a very fulfilling moment. Excuse me. It's a very fulfilling moment because who knew that the character that I would bring in this book would touch somebody's life within the first year of me writing it. Of course, you write a book in order for it to be relatable, but I guess I just am still processing how relatability shows up and how it affects your audience. And for me as a new author, creating passionate works of art that inspire people to never give up on their dreams and never give up on themselves and to follow their hearts and also make conscious decisions. I just never thought that I would get the response that I got. And it's fulfilling. I really can't. It's indescribable, but fulfilling is the best word that I can muster up right now to explain to you how it feels to have somebody respond to your work of art, your expression. So I was listening to Dr. Jamal Bryant, and he was on his live, and he was saying people are always trying to achieve, trying to achieve the next award, trying to achieve the next milestone versus becoming. After joining BPC, I realized, excuse me, I can't get to do that. Please excuse me. I had to have a cough drop in order to keep from coughing in your face. It was a hustle to try and get this video done, and so I'm really trying. Excuse me. I'm really trying to make sure that I hit my mark. When I tell you I'm determined, like behind the scenes, you have to be determined to show up every chance that you get. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be pretty. However, showing up and getting it done just teaches you what you didn't know before. And in this process and in this journey, I am really, excuse me, I'm really excited about documenting my transformation, documenting the journey, not for like personal gratification, but just to be able to go back and look and say, I remember when I did that. I remember what that was like. Like even with me nearly choking on camera during this virtual conference, I remember what it took for me to get that video out. 2025 has already shown me, look, if you don't stay steadfast, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall. And you don't want that. You want to be successful. And so if you're going to have tough skin, so I say that because I hope you weren't offended by my cough drop. I hope you're not offended by my cough. Because honestly, I gotta get this out. Not the cough, but I gotta show up for what I say I want. I remember in my pop-up workshop, I said, it's in you and it's on you. It's in me to get it done, and it's on me to get it done. No matter what happens, audio issues, don't care. We're still going to get it done. We don't have enough storage in our phone. We don't care. We still got to get it done. And so therefore, being relentless and making sure you show up for yourself, time and time again, picking up where you left off, dusting off your shoulders when you do have a moment where you're not as pleased with the outcome of it. It's all a learning opportunity. You have to give yourself grace in this hustle. You have to give yourself grace in your time of purpose and becoming. God gives it to you, so why can't you give it to yourself? If you can give it to yourself, you can extend it to others. And that's just, it's just so beautiful. Honestly, I'm a rag on my BPC people because when I tell y'all, I am so excited about being a member. Watching our weekly meetings and how people show up, and everybody is operating in excellence and everybody is so excited. Y'all literally pour life into the people who are just kind of hanging out in the background for a little bit. They will come to the forefront. I'm talking about myself. We're going to come to the forefront here eventually. But just to watch the environment that I've immersed myself into on purpose, in purpose, and walking in a destiny mindset, it's no better place to be than Book Profits Club. Taria, you did your big one on this, honey. I'm so excited about what 2025 is going to show and prove to us as a collective of like-minded individuals. And Taria, you are the best person to lead us. Like there is, my hat's off to you because this is amazing. And if you're considering joining BPC, I definitely urge you to, or not even urge, but consider it and then move. Because once you're part of BPC, you will understand why the members of BPC go so hard for it. You will know and understand. I promise you. But my name is Tesuan Smith. I am the author of Bear It All. You can connect with me on social media, on YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me on Instagram to be plugged into more content and more ways to connect. Thank you. Peace, love, and light to you. Strength on this entrepreneurship coaching journey. And I can't wait to see you on the other side of your success. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Wasn't she amazing? Listen, I'm watching y'all in the chat and just all the comments that you guys are dropping for Tesuan, and she just did it all. And you know what I will say? First of all, I did not know that she was going to, hype up or big up Book Profits Club and myself. It is truly an honor. It is so humbling to just be able to be in a space where you are truly seeing people grow and go to the next level. She talked about speaking at the pop-up workshop, which was her very first speaking event. She talked about how she enrolled in the 5K and 5-day challenge. And while she didn't yet get to the 5K, she did get to some sales. And then we also have, of course, in Book Profits Club, so many resources, so many different things that are available to our BPC family. And so just an honor. And wasn't that just amazing? And just all the stuff that you guys are typing in there. And listen, y'all know I can relate to coughing and stuff. Do you know what I love so much about the fact that, with her doing her power talk and everything is that she pushed through. She kept pushing through. And many times we have so many reasons why we make a decision not to show up. We have so many reasons why we'll make a decision not to push through. And the challenge is this: every single reason why we don't show up and every single reason why we don't push through is valid. But what's easy to do is also easy not to do. And we have to make a decision that even through the challenge of the pushing through, even through the hurdle of the not giving up and showing up, we still must push through and show up. I love this quote right here. It says, "Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who show up, push through the challenges, and refuse to give up." Keep going, because the breakthrough is on the other side of persistence. The breakthrough is not on the other side of another degree. The breakthrough is not on the other side of another, let me get a better skill set. The breakthrough is not on the other side of, let me add another different business to my venture. The breakthrough is on the side of persistence. Focus. So many people that are leading us down the path of destruction. People are leading us down the path of ignorance. And the truth is this, every single one of you have been given a gift, every single one of you, and you know you've been given a gift. And if you don't know and you're here, let me just confirm for you. There would be no reason that God would have woken us up today. Is that the word? Woken, awakened? If we did not have a purpose for being here. And a lot of times, when we're living the movie, when we're in the picture, we don't get it. Every single one of us has a gift. Every single one of us has a purpose. But the key is, are you going to show up for it? Or are you going to let a little setback make you give up? Or you're going to let somebody else that's on social media showing you, well, I just signed up and in 2 days I became a millionaire. Lies. That's about as bad as the whole Ozempic craze. Everybody was getting the Ozempic. And then now, all of a sudden, everybody got side effects. Well, not everybody, but some. Because people want to get to something quicker. Anytime you want to get to something faster than what is ordained for you, there's always going to be a side effect. And so why don't we just go ahead and stick through the journey? Oh, y'all, type the 1 in the chat. Type a 1 in the chat. If you've ever gone through a journey where it seemed like when you were going through it that there was no way up out of it. You knew that, listen, this is it. I'm coming to join you. Anybody remember Sanford and Son back in the day? Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. And you just said to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't think I'm going to push through. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. And you made it through. And then you look back and you say, I was tripping. God got me. God got me. I was bugging. Sometimes I might not always understand how it's going to happen. I just know it is going to happen. I was on the phone today. I had a coffee talk call with the young lady who we're about to do some great things. We're launching the Vision Impact Network. And our Book Profits Club members are going to be the first to have their very own show on the network. And we were having a conversation, and literally in the conversation, we were just talking about, understanding that journey of growth and growing and going to the next level. And guys, I'm here to let you know that no matter what it is that you're going through, there is a purpose and you must not give up. Listen, if you are not registered, so first of all, let me just say this. We are going to be going live we have some of our speakers that are going to be joining us this Sunday. Everybody type Sunday in the chat. Everybody type Sunday in the chat. Hey, there's Tesuan. Hey, Tesuan. Y'all give it up for Tesuan right here. Everybody type Sunday in the chat. Okay, this Sunday. I don't mean to preach, you know what I'm saying? I just, So Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you guys know, every day at 8 p.m., we're going to get another speaker, right? But this Sunday, if you want to get a chance to win some stuff, you need to join us Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yesterday, we gave away $100 cash. I dropped it right in the Cash App. We also gave away to the top, I don't know what it was, like 6 or 7 people who've been plugged in every single day. We gave them a copy of our brand new book called Voices of Change. This book was the book that went with us to Ghana. This book is amazing. It's a book on leadership. It's just phenomenal. We're going to be coming out with the second edition for the second trip to Ghana. Over 19, 20 people in this book, y'all. Phenomenal book. Okay. But yeah, Sunday, you're going to get a chance to win some stuff. But this is the deal. Every day that you show up, the more opportunities you get to win. Every day you show up, the more opportunities you get to win. Every day that you plug in and follow the instructions, the more opportunities you get, okay? So if you're watching and you're not registered, you need to go to newyouconference.com, okay? Every day at 8 p.m., we go live. Every day at 8 p.m., we go live. But this Sunday, we'll be live at 7 and 8. We're going to be having some of our speakers that have already spoken and we're going to have them on a panel. You guys will be able to ask some questions. If you want to go back and look at the speakers, if you go to New Year, New You conference and register, it'll give you the link that many of you guys went to watch to get to this YouTube channel. If you're watching on LinkedIn or if you're watching on Facebook or any of the other platforms, when you register, it'll give you a link that'll have all of the previous talks, right? Except day 2. Y'all, I got to figure out what happened with day 2, y'all. My bad. Y'all know I was in Ghana. I was in Ghana, child, trying to get it together. It was tough. But you will be able to see all the previous speakers. So come Sunday, when you join us for the live panel, you'll be able to ask your questions. Okay, so we'll have questions, all types of stuff. Okay, real nice, real nice. So what I need for you guys to do is make sure, number 1, you are registered by going to newyearnewyouconference.com. Number 2 is there's other ways that you can get additional points. So we'll be doing, let me tell you how the giveaways will happen. So we'll have different types of giveaways that we're going to do all throughout the month on every Sunday. Sometimes during the week when I'm feeling just good, I'm just going to give away some stuff. You know why? Because, listen, God has blessed this business. God has blessed this community. And this is how I like to give back. I like to give back to those who support. I won't say give to me, because that's not even the way I look at it. Instead of me going and thinking about, hey, what can I get for myself first? No, the first thing I want to do is get back to you guys, because that's the law. The law says what you sow, you shall reap. So you sow into good people like yourselves, guys. Guess what happens? You guys will have the success. And Zig Ziglar said it. I think, who was it that commented on my post? I think Sharon Hudgens, one of our BPC members. She said, and this is a quote from Zig Ziglar: "If you help enough people to get what they want, you will automatically get what you want." And I just believe in that. So I love doing giveaways. We do pop-up workshops. In fact, we actually have a pop-up workshop in the ATL. Is that how you sign ATL? AT. I don't know about T. That's a little suspect. L. So we have a pop-up workshop that's coming up in Atlanta as well in about 10 days. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff that's coming, but you need to register to go to New Year, New You conference. Sunday, we will have our panel live, but every day, even tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we have another speaker that will be joining. So on Sunday, what will happen is we're going to do our giveaways. And so what will happen is anybody that has won anything, whether you want a book, whether you won a tablet, on ear pods, microphone, when we go to the very last day, on the very last day of this month, we're going to do the grand prize drawing of the flat screen TV as well as the $1,000 cash giveaway. So everybody who has won, whether you won a book, whether you've won anything, don't matter, you will be entered to win the grand prize giveaway. So how do you win some of these things? You plug in, you show up every day. Do y'all know somebody had the nerve, the gump. Is that a word? The gump. I be making up words, by the way. All words were made up. So that's why I'd be like, when people be trying to correct me, I'd be like, how you know that's the right way? Because every word was made up. So how do you even know? Okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. So somebody had the nerve and was like, oh, you got to jump through hoops to win. What? Last time I checked, when I did work in a job, and by the way, if you do have a job, it's a blessing. So you need to give thanks to God every single day, because it's people right now. What's going on the West Coast? It's people out of a job. A lot of people, billions and billions of dollars. But when I did work a job, I remember jumping through hoops just to survive. I remember I had to donate plasma twice a week. I still got the knot on my arm. I have a knot on my arm because they messed up. That's jumping through hoops. Oh my gosh. I remember I had to, I had to be there by a certain time, jump through hoops. I had to make sure I had overworked, underpaid, jump through hoops. And so, okay, this is a free event and you have an opportunity to win every single week by simply showing up. What did Tesuan say? Show up. And so by showing up, getting the value, learning some new information, you could get a chance to win. I promise you guys, this conference, those who actually stay plugged in and literally follow through with this, you guys are going to have one of the biggest years of your life. I'll finish it with this. I was always told when I used to be in network marketing, I was told one of the top earners, he used to always say, the person who stays excited the longest and plugged in the longest is the one who wins. A lot of times we think success is about being the smartest, being the best at everything. No, no, no. The person who wins is the one who still shows up. It's people right now who have been watching me since I launched this back in 2015. Just watching. But the reason why they trust is because I have stayed. And I want everybody to type this in the chat as we get ready to wrap this up. I want you to say, I'm staying. Whatever it is that you have set your goals for this year, I want you to put I'm staying in the chat. I'm staying. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to let what these naysayers try to do. Oh, that's another thing too, that when I was talking to the young lady, because honestly, I forgot what I was going to tell you. I was telling her about the fact that I like to talk about what I'm going to be getting. I like to speak things as though they are. I'm opening up a studio this year, and I don't have a fear that me speaking the things that I desire that somebody else is going to take it, because what God has for us can't nobody take from us. That mentality of don't tell people that is not the right mentality. The right mentality is to trust God and not give up and say like this, I'm staying. I see y'all in the chat. Come on, y'all. Declaration 2025. Y'all, this is the new year. What we doing? What we talking about? We not going nowhere. Ain't nobody about to throw me off my throne. I don't care what you selling. I'm focused, man. All right, y'all. Listen, Taria Vision Avant, day 10. We'll see you tomorrow. Y'all go into the Facebook group chat, the Facebook event chat. You have 1 hour from now. So the Facebook event. So when you registered for New Year, New You, it told you to go to a page that has /live or something like that. You'll see the link where it says the Facebook group chat. You need to go into that chat and type one takeaway that you received from Tesuan today. And it got to be detailed. It can't be like, oh, she's beautiful. We know she's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. Okay. We need a takeaway. What did you learn? Okay. What did you learn from Tesuan today? All right. So listen, my name is Taria Vision Avant. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. I can't wait to see you guys on day number 11. I feel like we've been here for a long time already. It's just been such great information. This new year, new you, I promise you, it's about to do something big. So let's get into it. I love you guys, and God bless you all.